my little humble self was given an opportunity to speak. But before that, I want you to listen to Dr. Law Mefo. What he said bears it all. Just listen carefully.
And we you can't get Biafra. You can't go, you can't get. We have appropriated you. Oh, how about you again? I salute you. The IPOB High Command, I salute you all. My colleagues and friends in the press, right? I'm also a journalist. I thank you. I will just say briefly one thing. I am today a witness to history that this consummation of a prayer so many of us have said for the IPOB family to reenact its unity has happened. I didn't read it in the media. I didn't get to hear it from any secondary source. I am seeing it, I am witnessing it. That is why I said that I am a witness to history. Somehow, I'm in touch with the Igbo political elite, generally. And they are seriously worried about the unity of, especially the IPOB family. Because that is where the Biafra agitation is now. We do not disregard other forces, other groups that have brought their own contributions to the table, but we believe that where the issue is today is brought to bear by the IPOB family, and their unity is of utmost importance. So I thank God that it has happened, and it is our prayer that the promises the two eminent leaders of the IPOB family have expressed before us today, before the media, that they will carry it to a logical conclusion. What I will promise the two of you and the entire IPOB family here is that we will do all we can out there in the political circles to ensure that you are properly represented. We did our little best to be sure that even the perception and the aggression that you have witnessed in the hands of the Nigerian government will somehow be mediated, and we shall continue to do so. Number two, I also think it's important that we tell you our thinking out there is that the Biafra agitation must continue unabated. That is number one. But you should also allow us to keep finding political solutions, right? It's very important. We are seeking political solutions. We are all Biafrans. Any Igbo man that tells you that he's not a Biafran, you better question his paternity. I'm very serious about it. Every Igbo man is a Biafran. Or woman. Or woman. When I say man, so it's a fact. We are all Biafrans. When you say man, it means woman. Yes. So we're talking about the fact that we all are in this together. You should continue to count on us. And if there are things you want us to do specifically, please call on us. I represent so many people. And you can be sure that, like the Igbos will say, I assure you that the Igbo political elites are 100% with you. We have discordant tones here and there, whether we should have a territorial Biafra or whether we should have a restructured Nigeria. That is a story for another day. But we shouldn't be the ones to be talking about that. As far as we are concerned, Biafra, restructured Nigeria is good, but Biafra is better. I don't know if you got what I said. Restructured Nigeria is good, but Biafra is better. That is where we are. So it is not for us to push restructuring. If they think that restructuring can take the wind off the sail of the agitation for Biafra, let them bring it on. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The ball is back in their court. So whatever they want, however they want it, I know that the irreducible minimum, however they want it, if they want restructured Nigeria, if it is good enough, we'll see how good it is. If they don't want that, then Biafra becomes more and more inevitable. On that note, I want to rest my case.
Thank you very much. Dr. Biafra.
I salute you, sir. I salute you, sir.
Thank you.
Then,
Wow. Some of you might actually have some objections. Some of you have your own reservation with the process, just like Dr. Lawmefo stated. But the truth of the matter is that the Biafran family, we are leaving no stone unturned. Like I said earlier, my humble self was given an opportunity to address the meeting. And it starts this way.
Oh, Biafra, I can have one.
No.
I'll call you my mentor. No one. Where you started. The very first person that brought me into this. See, the very first person that I met one-on-one. You see, at West London. So, one thing happened after that day. After you embraced me, you transferred some fire.
Aka Biafra. You are now a lone stone.
Okay. You transferred some fire. And you told me one thing when we visited at Abuja, that you don't start going forward and tomorrow you start stepping one step backward. And that fire has been burning inside me. Radio Biafra today gave birth to a child, and that child became BVI Channel 1. When it happened, many people called me, said all manner of things, even when we have some problems or the other. Say, how can we bring Radio Biafra down? That BVI is an alternative to bring Radio Biafra down. I told them one thing: we need more voice to speak for Biafra. And anyone and any place to conspire anything against Radio Biafra, I will frustrate it, because Radio Biafra is an institution of Biafran people. And that's what makes. And BVI Channel 1 have continued and will never relent, and will continue to inform Biafran people. And I also say another thing, that our land is due. God have done it. The way it happened, it is not our own making. That we are here today, to be honest with you, my coming back to Nigeria has been fulfilled. If I leave Nigeria today, I will say I have fulfilled my destiny for Biafran people. To unite our people. Since that October 2013, I have always had at a burden in my heart that once again our family will be one, and that has happened today.
Aka Biafra.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It takes a leader to do what you are doing. It takes a leader. The unit, some people think that when we come back, it will be little you, a little. But let me tell you, and you know that as well, that this is the beginning of our journey to the promised land. Thank you very much.
thank you.
It is not the meeting of only guys, men, and the male folk. One of the most outstanding Biafran women of all time. Many have heard her voice, roaring like a thunder from a lioness. She is Nwada Ada Biafra Rita Eberechukwu Anibog. She bared it all. At this point, the emotional feeling is hitting the breaking point. What she said moved everyone. Everyone. I mean everyone. And I believe that will move you too. Keep watching.
I call him Nnamdi because he's my brother. I call him Nnamdi because he's my boss. I call him Nnamdi because he brought me into the Biafra struggle. I call him Nnamdi because till I die, he remains my boss. I call him Nnamdi because I cannot run away from you. I call him Nnamdi because I will remain with you until Biafra is restored.
Biafra.
I call you Nnamdi because you know how we started. I call you Nnamdi because the way we started, that is the way we are still today. I don't want to look backwards. I am looking forward. Because there were so many things that you told me. And of all the things you told me, I have never failed in one of them. I stayed. I remained for you to come back and see that I'm still here. And I will remain. I will continue with you until that promise that you gave to me, that Biafra must be restored. Until Biafra is restored, I will not leave you. I will not leave Biafra. I am Ada.
Biafra. Biafra.
I'm tired of what is happening in Nigeria. He taught me so many things that I did not know that was happening in Nigeria. He taught me. And those things that he told me, they are still happening. Those things that he saw and he came out, those things are still happening. And we are ready. For he told me, and I remember, he said, "One woman, for to us there is no going back. It is forward ever, backward never." And that will continue until we restore Biafra. Now they have tried your flesh, but your soul is still intact. They have tried your flesh, but your soul is still intact. And with what you have there, we will restore Biafra.
Biafra.
You called him your father. I am calling you my father. And he's my grandfather.
Biafra. My granddaughter.
Nna, ozi ahụ izi mụ aka m na-eji. Aka m na-eji ozi ahụ. Kama na asị mụ, biko ekwugide gị anyị gburuo na ọ ga-aka mma na enweta Biafra ka onwe ndị ga-anọ fụ na enweta Biafra. And I stand here to say again that no boy, no girl bụ onye Biafra ka egbe ndị Hausa ga-agbagbu again. Ọ ma-emezi ama agbagbo anyị and anyị ga-enweta Biafra. Ama agbagbo anyị ga-enweta Biafra. Afụfụ niile anyị ga-ata, Nnamdi atagie na Kuje prison, anyị ama atazi ya. Afụfụ niile ụmụ Biafra ga-ata, Nnamdi atachitegoro anyị afụ, anyị ama atazi ya. N'ihe ọ dịzị bụ mbịa njụọ ya si ya ka ihe mmemme. Ihe ọ sị m ji eme kama na m ama ekwe ka egbukwa nwa Igbo ma ọ ka egbukwa nwa Biafra na Nigeria ma anyị ga-enweta Biafra. A mụrụ gị dunye gị ka ije akwụkwọ gụcha akwụkwọ gụta ọnụ gị ma ihe ịgụta ọzi ihe anwa dị gị n'ụbụrụ isi ka anyị ga-eji wee nweta Biafra. We will take over our territory whether the enemies like it or not. We will take over our territory whether they like it or not. Ebe a sịrị anyị pụọ n'ugwu Hausa, a ga-asịkwa anyị pụọ na Biafra land. Let them stay n'ugwu Hausa ka anyị nọrọ na Biafra land. Kama na ihe m na-ekwu bụ ọ dasị na anyị nwere onye dịka Nnamdi Kanu na-achị ọ bụrụ na ọ na Imo ma ọ na Abia ma ọ na Enugu ma ọ na Ebonyi ka ọ na Anambra ndị amị si n'ugwu Awụsa ha bata ebe a ha gbago ụmụnna anyị ma nwere onye ga-ekwu okwu ọ sị na anyị nwere ndị dị ka Nnamdi mmadụ 5 ma 6 Biafra ga-adị mma ama egbu ndị be anyị kama na ebe ọ bụ na ọsọsọ ịmụtago ụmụ and anyị sobi n'azụ ị na-eso ha na nna m ukwu ihe ụnụ siri anyị jee ma anyị ga-eme o nwere onye ga-egbu m adaka m o nwere onye ga-egbu adaka m bụ mma adị enweta Biafra maka na ihe ị gwara m o nwere mbọsị nsị gị nna na egwu na-atụ m ka ka anyị ga-esi isi m egwu atụ na m na anyị ncha niile ga-adị ndụ enweta Biafra anọ ọ bịabago na mmezu ihe m na-ayọ unu ụmụnne m biko nụ mmanya jụrụ ajụ anaghị ajụ onwe ya ebe ọ bụ na ndị Hausa Fulani ajụgo anyị bịanụ ka anyị nabata onwe anyị let us take over the political space of this land ka anyị tinye ndị dịka Nnamdi Kanu ka anyị tinye ha maka na ọ bụrụ na onye dịka Nnamdi Kanu ọ bụrụ na onye dịka Vincent a na Enugu ọ bụrụ na onye dịka Asuzu Chinedu Peters onye dịka Antonio na-ebue ọ bụrụ na onye dịka Zulu of Elue ọ bụrụ na onye dịka Dr Jerry Chukwuokolo ọ bụrụ na ọnọọ ha nwa bụ ndị nọ na Senate bụ ndị nọ na House of Rep bụ ndị bụ gọvanọs na Biafra territory ihe na-eme anyị ma dị na-eme anyị na mmechi nna we will secure our land first na na-azọta anyị tupu azọbute ekene m
aka Biafra ọzọ kwanu nke siri ike aka Biafra. Thank you.
Well, like I will always say, Oburontin Kantion, you've had it. Some few elders around were given an opportunity to make an input to the discussion of the day before the big drama happened. So I would like you to briefly listen to these elders. Then when I come right back, and I'll now tell you and show you some of the things that happened after the meeting.
I'm the current secretary of the body of title chiefs of Nnewi Kingdom. Title chief my mentor, my leader, my advisor, my brother, my friend. He is the one who has been leading me. Before I met the so, okay, this IPOB na Nnewi, I was not interested because when that I'm going to have to do it, you already knew. I said, oh, then go to hell. You can't go. I said, you cannot go to hell.
Jacob, question. Yeah. Honestly, I thank God for today. King Nnewi, thank you for organizing this.
Capito.
Aramadike, very welcome. You're a great guy.
The captain,
wow. What's up? Don't slip to your memory. Remember? King's Palace.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I give thanks to God today because what I'm in now is difficult because of the experience I had in early days of IPOB in Nnewi.
Yes.
You see,
make it brief. I know where you are.
I know, I will. I'll make it brief. But just to tell him his statement today has honestly paved the way for us to succeed in what we are doing now. Trying to form the customary government, not the local government. Here in Nnewi it's been very difficult because of our experience, early experience with IPOB formation. Second week of formation of IPOB here, I went in there to talk to them and tell them what the Supreme Council of Elders have said. They said, no, we don't want to hear about that. I said, what do you want to hear? We want to hear Nnamdi Kanu. I said, fine, but Nnamdi Kanu is one of us. They said, no, I should come. I can just swearing in, or taking of oath. Is it Iwando? You know, that kind of a thing. Oh my God. They keep talking because it's beyond me. I just couldn't understand it. But today, I think the air is clear. And I thank God.
Now, after their speech, the Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council of Elders, Dr. Dozie Ikedife, thanked the entire House, and the meeting, the public meeting, was brought to an end. Then, the next is the closed-door meeting. The outcome of that closed-door meeting, we all have our time to bond like never before. What was said and what was concluded in that indoor meeting, which comprises Dr. Dozie Ikedife, Nnamdi Kanu, Emmanuel Kanu, that's fine boy, the administrator, Engineer Anthony Anyebo, my humble self, Ndubisi Anyenugu, Rita Anibol, and Dr. Lomefo, was a bomb. I'll only tell you or give you an idea of what was concluded in that indoor meeting. But just be on the lookout to see the full manifestation of one force, of one united front of indigenous people of Biafra all over the world. In that meeting, plans have been concluded to cement and to bond all pro-Biafran groups together. The decision is what I'll bring to you on the later date. After the indoor meeting, the grand finale was unveiled. And what could that be? Pictures were taken, but while the pictures were being taken, the entire city of Nnewi was agog with what was happening at Dr. Dozie Ikedife's office. Mammoth crowd of Biafrans swayed in from all around the city to catch a glimpse of this great moment as these two great leaders and other Biafran leaders marched out gloriously, came out shoulders to shoulder to greet the teeming crowd of Biafrans who have gathered to cheer them up and catch the viva of the moment.
I'm going to read those guys. sir, let's go.
That is it. That is my story for today. And I will advise you to bank this day. Put it anywhere. Save it anywhere. Write it down in your diary. 23rd of June. The indigenous people of Biafra, the two families united as one. And this is the beginning of our journey to our promised land, the promise of Biafra. Thank you for watching. I believe you like our video. To get constant updates and notification from BVI Channel 1, please I admonish you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all our social media platforms, and don't forget to visit www.bvichannel1.com. I still remain your friend, your one and only, Associate Peters, and I love you to the bones. Shalom.